And here we go, our three-way elimination match between Raven Lister, Jewwel, Lessard, and Tibby Caskey. Out of the 4 women on the Dojo roster, these 3 women have been pretty competitive with each other. Delta Dyer is the odd woman out, I guess you could say. She has had a rough go of it to start out. And look at that, Jewwel, Lessard, and Raven Lister working together with that hip throw, followed by the face lock. Maybe they're looking to get Tibby Caskey out here early on. Raven Lister and Jewwel Lessard have tagged up in the past, a couple weeks ago actually, and were successful in that tag pairing. For anyone new to E3 Wrestling, we'll explain how this 3-way elimination works. It used to work that if you picked up a pinfall or submission over one of the competitors and eliminated them, that would count as a win for you. That's not how it is anymore. Now, you have to be the last person in the ring to pick up any sort of victory, and it's just one victory, and the points remain the same depending on whatever slot that you're in. So, for instance, this would be a 4-point reward for this match for whoever is the ultimate winner. Coming into this match, the records are Jewwel Lessard with a 2-1 record and 6 points, Tibby Caskey with a 2-1 record and 12 points, and Raven Lister 2-1 record with 6 points. So all 3 of these women have a 2-1 record, but Tibby Caskey has double the amount of points, due in large part because she won that main event last week on the Dojo show. At the end of the previous match between Roland Haggard and Van Mack, we saw that Roland Haggard defeated Van Mack, and Van Mack was none too pleased about it. He actually threw a bit of a temper tantrum, yelling at the audience as the audience laughed at him. So obviously some poor sportsmanship there from Van Mack. It'll be interesting to see who gets eliminated first and how that changes the dynamics of this match here. Lessard knocks Raven off the top rope. Tibby Caskey is obviously the biggest woman in here. Oh, what a capture suplex by Raven Lister. There's been talk about promoting not only the first woman who gets a relegation match to the E3 main roster because of how thin the E3 women's main roster is, but there's been talk about even promoting all 4 women in the E3 dojo despite record and points all at once, just because of how thin that roster is up there on the main roster. But we haven't gotten official word of that yet. They could do just 1, they could do 2. We could see these 3 women right here move on up. If I had to make a wager, if I were a betting man, look at that suplex, beautifully done by Raven Lister, and a spear. She usually goes for the Anaconda Vice right after that, but obviously in this 3-way elimination, things don't always go your way. A capture suplex on Jewwel Lessard. Back to my point, if I had to make a wager, I would probably say that 2 women will be called up as soon as they reach a certain threshold of points. And then we might see another 4 women come into the dojo mid-season. It's all speculatory right now. I'll have to wait and see on that, but I know that they aren't too happy of having such a small women's roster up on the main roster. Rifles those elbows into Jewwel Lessard. Lessard goes behind and hits a neck breaker. Up on top, and whoa, what's this? 1, 2, no, almost got her. Tibby Caskey was nearly eliminated. by Raven Lister with the Raven's wings. And a nice neck breaker, and there she goes for that Anaconda Vice. But it's broken up by Tibby Caskey. You might say, what sense does that make? Well, you know, I can't speak to the individual strategy of some of these women, but obviously Tibby Caskey thought it was probably going to be best if she could get a one-on-one with Jewwel Lessard instead of having to go one-on-one with Raven Lister. All three women go down. And of course, all three of them want to get into that one-on-one situation to kind of slow the pace down here. Huge backdrop folds Raven Lister in half. Wow, the power of Tibby Caskey coming through. She's cleaning house. Oh wait, here she goes, sets up for the jackhammer. One, no, it's broken up by Lessard. Now Lessard going after Raven Lister. Big clothesline. Neck breaker into the Anaconda Vice, but will Lessard break it up? She will. And another neck breaker, but she's not going to get a chance to get that Anaconda Vice locked in. Nice suplex by Raven Lister, and now she's like a house on fire. Caskey going into the ropes, and a big clothesline wrapped around the neck of Jewwel Lessard. Up and over. Oh, what a punch by Lessard. Knocked Raven Lister flat into the ropes. Oh, she was going to hit something, but Lister moved. Lister misses the spear. Oh, sends Lessard right into Tibby Caskey. Chaos ensues. Shoots in but misses. Exploder suplex by Jewwel Lessard. We're about to hit the 20-minute mark in this one. You can see the hunger from all three of these women. There's Tibby Caskey sending Raven Lister to the outside to get a little one-on-one time with Jewwel Lessard. And I can't help but think of some of the potential matches on the main roster some of these women would have. Oh, a spear! And she locks in the Anaconda Vice. And this is going to do it, maybe? Will she tap? No interference from Lessard, and no, she breaks out of it. Tibby Caskey is still alive. Jewwel Lessard trying to take control of the situation, but gets tripped up by Raven Lister. Who's gonna go first? Oh, a huge punch by Tibby Caskey. What's this? Oh, looked like she might have been going for some sort of power bomb variation. But Tibby Caskey comes and just punches her in the back of the head. That'll do it. That'll break something up for sure. Lessard going to the top. What's she looking for? Nothing. Raven Lister knocks her down. Hits a huge suplex on Tibby Caskey. And we're still going with this one. Big backbreaker. It's going to give Tibby Caskey a chance to catch her breath. And look. Oh, wait, she's going for it again. There it is. Jackhammer, but Lessard breaks it up. Lessard going to the outside on a suplex. There's Tibby Caskey with those big overhand chops, like she's chopping down a redwood. Well, Raven Lister locks in an Anaconda Vice, and that, yes, there it is. Tibby Caskey has been eliminated, and we're down to just 2. Raven Lister signaling to the crowd for victory. Oh, German suplex into the turnbuckles. Exploder suplex. And Jewwel Lessard might be wait a second, there's the neck breaker into the Anaconda Vice, and there it is. Raven Lister has won this 3-way elimination match. 4 points for Raven Lister.